What is up, you guys? Gold Pony here today in the 2018 Ford EcoSport, courtesy of Bob Ruth Ford in Dillsburg, PA. And you may be asking yourself, what in the world is an EcoSport? Well, it is a brand new model for 2018, so as always, you guys, let's start with pricing. And so to start, there are several different trim levels available for the EcoSport, starting with the S, that is going to start at $19,995. Then you have the SE for $22,905. Then the Titanium, which is the one I am in today, that starts at $25,740. And lastly, the SES, that is going to start at $26,740. But so then when it comes to the power plan of the EcoSport, there actually are two different engine setups available. The standard setup is going to come from a 1-liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine. That one is going to put out 123 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 125 pound-feet of torque, available at 3,500 RPM. Power on that one is going to be sent to the front wheels through a 6-speed select shift automatic, and miles per gallon for that setup is going to come in at 27 in the city, 29 on the highway using regular unleaded fuel. But as I was saying, there is an optional setup for all trims but the SES, because the SES is going to come standard with this engine, but that is a 2-liter naturally aspirated inline 4-cylinder engine, and that one is going to put out more power, of course, coming in at 166 horsepower at 6,500 RPM and 149 pound-feet of torque, available at 4,500 RPM. Power on that one is actually going to be sent to all 4 wheels through an intelligent 4-wheel drive system. And again, power is going to be sent to the ground through a 6-speed select shift automatic transmission, and you do get paddle shifters if you go with the SES with that setup, in case you were interested. But anyways, miles per gallon on that one, 23 in the city, again 29 on the highway. So I think you guys know what time it is. Let's put the new EcoSport here to the test and do a quick little acceleration here. Alrighty, definitely not the fastest vehicle I've ever driven, but I would say comparing those two engines, of course, the inline 4-cylinder is going to be a little quicker, so I would definitely say go with that one as opposed to the 3-cylinder, because this one definitely could use a bit more power in my opinion. And then just to touch on handling and ride quality a little bit, there's an advanced track system with roll stability control. And when it comes to ride quality, honestly, it isn't all that bad. Definitely no issues for me, at least. Steering feel, I will say, is a little on the looser side, but that is as expected for a crossover slash SUV. They usually tend to lean on the looser side, so it's not all that bad. And I will say, if you do go with that SES trim level, in case you guys haven't noticed yet, that is the sportier trim level of this one. You do get a sport tuned suspension actually, so with that one you will have a little better handling around the corners on back roads like I am going through right now. And then when it comes to braking, a lot of smaller vehicles still come with front disc rear drum brakes, but that is not the case for this one, of course. The EcoSport will give you 4-wheel disc brakes for every single trim level, so that is definitely a good thing. And when it comes to the braking feel, there's no one behind us, so let's put on the brakes. Very impressive, actually. This one does come to a stop quite quickly, so nice braking feel. And when it comes to visibility, this is a smaller vehicle, so although it does have a smaller window back there, definitely no issues, because again, since it is such a smaller crossover, visibility is really not going to be an issue. But now, enough of the driving dynamics, you guys. Let's check out the exterior of the all-new 2018 Ford EcoSport. And so to start, I first wanted to touch on the colors for this one actually, because there are some pretty nice colors available, including a blue candy, a canyon ridge, which is an orangish kind of color, and then several colors that came straight off the Ford Mustang, including race red, shadow black, lightning blue, and ruby red. So that is kind of nice to know that that is there. But anyways, up front there is a black front grille if you go with the S or SES trim levels. Then if you go with the SE or Titanium, you are going to get a chrome front grille, which is what you're looking at right now, of course. To the sides there are halogen quad beam reflector headlights, and they are going to come with LED signature lighting for the SE trim level and up, and again fog lights as well for the SE trim level and up. Then make your way to the sides are black roof rails for the SE and up, except if you go with the Titanium, because you are looking at silver roof rails right now. Then looking down slightly, there is a black beltline molding for all trims but the Titanium, because the one we have today is going to give you that chrome beltline molding. And when it comes to the door handles, I did want to mention this one, because if you go with the S, you do get black door handles and black side mirrors. Otherwise, you're going to get body colored door handles and side mirrors with the SE trim level and up. And for those side mirrors, they do come with integrated turn signals for the SE and up as well. And I should also mention rear privacy glass. again for the SE and up. Then looking down, when it comes to that wheel setup, 16-inch gray aluminum wheels come with the S. The SE is going to give you 16-inch silver 7-spoke aluminum wheels. Titanium is going to give you a 17-inch double 5-spoke design, and for the SES, they are going to come with 17-inch dark metallic aluminum wheels. But then making your way to the back, there is a rear spoiler with an integrated brake light for all trims, along with a rear window wiper back there. You do have the EcoSport badging, so everybody knows what this vehicle actually is, since it is brand new for 2018. And just below it all, a single exhaust outlet. So as always, you guys, here is that exhaust clip. So to start in the back, I first did want to mention to open that rear hatch. This one does kind of have a 007 type of setup. So instead of opening the hatch where you normally would on a crossover SUV, the button to open this one is actually going to be located within that passenger side taillight back there. So to open this one up, simply lift up under the taillight, and that is how this one is going to swing open for you. Once opened up, cargo capacity is going to come in at 20.9 cubic feet, and that second row does fold down, of course, bumping the cubic feetness up to a 50 cubic feet even. Then make your way to the back seats. Rear legroom comes in at 36.7 inches, so if you were curious how much space is back there, I'm an even 6 feet tall, and this is how much space I had at least. And for those rear passengers, there is that center folding rear armrest with cup holders as well, so that's always nice. And make our way to the front seats. They do come manually adjustable with a cloth finish if you go with the S. However, if you go with the SE, that is going to give you a 6-way power adjustable driver's seat, and it is going to be heated for the SE trim level and up. Titanium trim level is going to give you the leather finish that I have today, and the SES trim is going to give you a partial leather finish, so it is going to be a leather and cloth combination on that one. And then looking forward at the steering wheel, it is a tilt and telescoping steering wheel. It does come leather wrapped for the SE and up, and it does come available with the heated option if you live in a colder climate. And when it comes to the startup, let me first start by showing you guys the key here. You got your Ford logo on the one side, and when you flip it over, it is a pretty basic setup. You got your lock and unlock basically, but if you go with the SE trim level and up, it is actually all keyless entry, so simply put your foot on the brake and press that engine start button there. And once started up, tachometer is going to be on your left, speedometer is on your right. There is a small digital display front and center, and to control what is on that digital display, you can simply use the steering wheel mounted controls on the left side, but that is going to give you things like your trip A and trip B, how many miles you have left until you hit empty. There is a digital speedometer up there if you wanted it as well. Along with the compass, you can choose to display radio settings, Bluetooth information, a couple of the car settings, and there's a couple other things as well. But anyways, making your way to overall interior quality, if you were looking for a power moonroof, that is going to come with the SE trim level and up. Also, ambient lighting is going to come with the titanium and SES trim level, so that is definitely pretty nice. It is going to be optional on the SE if you wanted it though, and you do have your sunglass holder on the top of the roof there as well. But making your way to the tech on this one, the sync system is going to come with the S. However, you do get the more popular Sync 3 system if you go with the SE trim level and up, so I like that they put that standard on the SE there. But for both setups, you are going to get Bluetooth and audio streaming. You can adjust your radio settings up there, but the Sync 3, that is going to give you the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, allowing you free navigation through your smartphone and the ability to like and dislike your Pandora songs up on that screen, of course. And if you wanted a factory navigation system, that is going to come with the titanium and SES trim levels, and you can adjust your radio settings up there like I was saying. And when it comes to the sound system, you do get a 6-speaker sound system if you go with the S or SE. Then there's going to be a 7-speaker sound system for the SES. And lastly, that Bang & Olufsen 9-speaker sound system with the subwoofer, that is going to come with the titanium trim level I have today. So as always, you guys, let's turn on the radio and test out the clarity of that one. I'm gonna guess the camera was probably bouncing a little bit on that one. Definitely a ton of clarity, and the bass on this Bang & Olufsen sound system is definitely on point, especially for the size of this vehicle, so well done Ford on that one. But then last thing I wanted to mention, up on that screen at least, is when you do put this one in reverse, you do have a reverse camera for every single trim level, letting you know who or what is behind you, which as always is going to lead me into safety. And so to start, there are front, side, and side curtain airbags. Also up front, driver and passenger knee airbags as well. In the back, there is latch, aka lower anchors and tethers for children for the rear car seats. Also, tire pressure monitoring system comes standard for all trim levels. And if you go with the titanium or SES trim level, you're going to get an auto-dimming rear view mirror. And lastly, blind spot information system with cross traffic alert is going to come standard on the SES trim level. And so, but anyways, that is about it for this one, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like the video and subscribe. Feel free to follow me on social media at the bottom of the screen there, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay gold.